There we go. Hey, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm a little bit late again. I need to get a clock that dings. I sit here and start looking at charts, and time passes by. Good morning, everybody. How the heck are you? Let's see. Are we up and running? Yeah, I think so. Let's come over here. Hey, Rally. Good morning, Joe, William, Gold. Good morning, Thomas, Emmett, Roger, Mike. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody? Make sure we have sound working, picture working, picture tube working. There we go. I think we are. Hey, let's see here. I want to thank everybody for being here. Is there sound in the room? Yeah, there is. Okay, thanks. Want to make sure that, well, let's, thanks everybody. Sorry, when I'm late, I get really disconnected, very disconnected here. So it takes me a second to get back in the game. Anyway, let's take a look at the market here. Yesterday we closed fairly good with a doji here. I mean, we're still on the bullish side. Looks like this morning we're showing a little bullishness here. That's looking pretty good. We're on our way to 700. I think the market is doing wonderful, absolutely bullish. If you look at T2123 here, we're still bullish. The 108 is still looking good. The way we look at it, it's looking fine. Bulls are still in charge. Let me send something here, check something. So all looking good here, all looking really good. Hey, good morning, Ed. How you doing? Let's run down well, let's go to the diamonds real quick. Take a look at the diamonds. Very bullish, looking very good. Qs maybe it's going to break out today and maybe stay. That's the key. You know, we kind of broke out here, kind of. And, you know, if you ever wonder what a false breakout looks like, there it is right there. That's a false breakout. To break out, you've got to hold, and this one didn't hold. And maybe we get that true breakout where we get up there and we hold, and then we can march forward, march higher in here. Maybe that'll happen here with the Qs. IWM has been a monster. That's been one of our leaders here. You can see it's just run up. It's tagging our targets. We're at the 50% mark now. Through that, then we'll get up here to the 61.8, doing absolutely wonderful. RSP, rocking. We've got us a doji continuation pattern here. And let me get rid of all that. There you go. We've got ourselves a doji continuation pattern. So the whole idea is we start to break out. That is a very good sign that the bulls are in charge. And then what we're looking for is for, you know, price to continue. We'll have minor pullbacks, things like that, but overall price to continue up. So RSP is looking fantastic. COPX, copper, looking great. Look at SMH. There's not a thing wrong with SMH. It's looking pretty good here. So nice 3-8 trap, by the way. And speaking of that 3-8 trap, hey, good morning, Vernon. Speaking of that 3-8 trap, remember, if you check below in our YouTube channel and some social media stuff we posted there, there's a little 5-page ebook on the 3-8 trap if you'd like to download it, absolutely free. So just check below the video and the more, you know, click that more button, and a lot of stuff is down there. So PLTR, that's one that I follow. I would like to be back in it. I think it could be a winner. But right now, I think it's you know, and I'm not going to do too much with it. Just sit there. Not much is going on. I'm going to need to see the buyers get interested in it. And when they do, then, you know, then we'll look at something on that. Here's one, Tesla. Maybe it's time. We've been quiet about Tesla, but maybe it's time to start looking at Tesla, okay? Or TSLL. We'll go look at that in a minute. So here we've moved up, and we have a, you know, we can't really call it a bullish engulf. We could call it a piercing candle, but it's darn close to a bullish engulf, right? And we're getting this follow through today. Now, let's let's, for the early birds, it certainly is a buy here for the early birds if you want. Make sure you have your stop in there. But for those that are a little more, let's wait and see. Something I want to point out here, and I expect the same thing over here. See how we popped up and pulled back right there? See how we popped up and pulled back right there? Same old, same old. So if we pop up, watch for the pullback. And this is how, a trend gets going right there. So like that. So like I say, for the early birds, if you want to play with Tesla, then I get that. I'm going to be a little patient with it. I'm going to wait for the move up and the pullback, and then that'll set us up. Here, what that might look like is something like this right here, green. So maybe we go up again, and then let's pull it back. And I can't say that's where the top's going to be. Something like that, and then get that green in there. Now let's rock and roll. Okay, now let's rock and roll, and from there, then we can put a trend in there just like that. So on Tesla, some areas I would like to look at is there's the 50% move from the high, the high to the low. That puts it up there. Now, above that, I think we're rock and roll bullish, okay? Um, I'm not going to wait for that. I would like it to pull back and get in it sooner. But anyway, I think it might be time to look at Tesla. And it's not Tesla I'm going to buy, it's TSLL. That's what I'm going to buy. So it's the same story though. Move up, pull back, wait for the buyers, and we'll get in it. Anyway, I'll certainly be announcing in the trading room when I get into Tesla, and then we'll be looking at it, take out this top or challenge the top and take it out, right? Check out Google. I believe Google got an upgrade. So those that are trading Google, way to go. GGLL is a single stock ETF for Google. If you think Google's too expensive, then this might be the one you might want to look at. GGLL. Let's pick on NVIDIA here. Well, it did not do very good here. It's not moving up, is it? So I guess we should have a little bit of caution. A chart I want to put up here is the cloud. Look how we stop. Now in the trading room, I talk about this kind of often, maybe not as often as I should, perhaps, but kind of often. You see that red line right there, that flat red line, and you've got one right here as well. And you see how price, we just couldn't get through that. That's notable. That's very, very notable, okay? So it obeyed, what we look at here, and sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it breaks out. But that's very notable, and we can see we didn't get through there. So the thing we need for NVIDIA to do is to get back going, and it needs to break out of that area. And once it does, then it may be clear to move up. So that, we'll call it about 190.90 is kind of an important area for NVIDIA. So we need to get through that, okay? Very important. FNGU, still a dog. Meta, still a dog. Meta, I know some people that are short Meta, and short until further notice. Just watch for any kind of reversals on that. But Meta's a dog. XLK, it's holding in this wedge okay. And as long as it does, I'm all right with that. If it falls out of the wedge here, well, then that's ugly. That's not going to be good. But it's not. So let's give it some credit. It's doing what it's doing, and it may be setting up to break right out of here. So I think that'll be kind of cool. XLY doing fantastic. Got a nice inside day. Very, very nice chart to be considering for a buy, perhaps. RSP, I love this chart. Shows some broadening of the market, and that is good for the overall market. So if the Mag 7, if the whole big biggies don't do it, well, let the whole market do it. And the market's doing it. And there you go. RSP looking good here. XLK. Okay. So XLK, this was the drama day, right? And then this drama. Well, here we're coming back. Well, maybe now it's time to start thinking about it. Look at the weekly chart. And what I like about the weekly chart is you can see we're breaking out of all of this right in here. We're breaking out very well. So here, we'll just do this while we're here. You know, target wise, just simply look at the peaks up here, and that's what we want to watch for. There we go. Um, so this huge candle yesterday, and nice inside day to day. So this might produce. Oh, I am. Thank you, XLE. There we go. Same but different. Thank you, John, for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Um, so anyway, it might be time to start looking at that, and maybe some oil stocks. And I think I have two of them written down. We'll take a look at. XLF. I mean, you just don't find charts better than this. This is fantastic, right? Um, the trend, the trend. Get a hold of your trend. Now, you guys all know my trend is simply, what is price doing and the T line doing and the trend indicator doing together. And if price is above the T line is above the trend, we've got trend. And for buys, what I like to see is a pullback opportunity, just like this right here. And a 3/8 trap is a pullback opportunity. That's exactly what that is. So, here we've pulled up and it's like, oh, darn, I missed the trade, right? I mean, we all say that. Well, just hold on for a second. They all rest, and everything rests. Here we pop and rest, pop and rest, pop and rest. Go look at any chart you want. This happens to all charts. Pop and rest, pop and rest, pop and rest. So take advantage of the rest. That's the pullback opportunities, and that 3/8 trap, putting price in that box, that trap. That's what sets up for a great entry. So please check out that ebook. You can get it in the YouTube, and all the chatter down below YouTube. Okay. Apple. So Apple got downgraded. Um, not too cool, Apple, but hey, it's the way it is. So I see we're trying to pop up. I don't think that's necessarily a buy signal. In fact, here's why. Really, here's the cloud. And we've broken down through the cloud. So if we start to move up, see that flat area right there? Be very careful. Um, just like I pointed out with NVIDIA, have a little caution there. So we need to get through that. And I don't know if that's going to happen. Um, a good short scenario is we're down, we come up, and then boom, we come down again. So keep an eye on Apple. I would love to buy it long, but I also may get into it short here if it sets up. But overall, I mean, I would like to be on the longs. Why does that D thing keep coming up? Or maybe that's what that is, downgraded. Huh, that's interesting. So yeah, we'll watch that. There's the mags. They're not falling out of bed, but they're having nightmares. So Amazon, I have fooled around, and I didn't fall in love. I didn't get into this thing. I really wanted to. It's just not giving me that entry. Dang it. But Amazon is looking fantastic. USO still doesn't have a good chart for me to look at. XLB, fantastic. Transport's fantastic. Keep an eye on Microsoft or not. Microsoft's not a buy till we get moving up here. That's where my alert is, where I might take it a little bit serious. I don't think I would be a short here, but I'm certainly not going to be a buyer here. ETHA, this is one I'm still holding. Yesterday, I thought that if we closed reasonably good, I would add to it. I didn't quite make my reasonably good, so I did not add to it. Let's see what it does today. If it can move up today a little bit, I might add to that trade here. We were in it. We did take profit off the table, made good money. Now we're back down. We're still doing okay. But on a good move, what I think is respectable, I will look to add to it. This is target 1. There's target 2 and target 3 up there. IBIT, that could be a buy coming in here. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Okay. If we move up, this yellow line right there, that's my trigger line or alert line. And that's where I might take it serious, right up there. So there we go on those. A couple that I want to point out, Irene. Irene is looking very good. This is one we're holding. So members that took advantage of that, this is looking pretty good. Target 1, target 2, target 3, getting right up there. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some charts you guys may have. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Okay. So I'll kick it off. I've got some charts that I think are doing pretty good. Let's look at those two energy stocks. HAL was talked about in the trading room yesterday, and I know several people that are in HAL, and that is looking very nice. See, here's your pop, and there's your pullback, your 3/8 trap. Now we've got a little inside day. We still have some good targets up here on AL. Now, another one that I think is really good is where to go. There it is Oxy. Look at Oxy here. I'm kind of digging that chart. I think it's looking pretty good. So I should put, this would be target 1, I guess. Target 1, we're already there. Once we break out of that and set up, there's target 2, target 3 up there. And above that area, target 3 puts us at almost 20%. So that's looking pretty good. I might have to consider some Oxy. Oxy's looking pretty good. Here's a chart that is looking good, and we did enter this yesterday. VG, this was given to us actually by one of the members in the trading room. Thank you very much. Pointed this out. In fact, I think they bought it, and I followed them right into it. That's looking really great. Target 1, target 2, target 3 on VG. Let's take a look at that URA. URA. Yeah, that's popping up very nice. Did I buy URA? No, I did not. URA, there you go. There was target 1, target 2, target 3. We're rocking on URA. Yeah. UEC is what I had bought. So we're up pretty good on that. For those that are in UEC, way to go. Target 1, target 2, target 3. We're headed there now. So, yeah. Okay. I'm loving that. Thank you. Let's take a look at some Open. Open's on my list this morning as well. Open has a Fig Newton chart pattern here. And I think Open is one of these that could double. Okay. I really do. We could be up, we're $7 now. We could be up in that $14, $15 range. Lickety split. I think it's looking pretty good. So let's keep a close eye on it. This is going to be a strong buy for me coming up, I think. A real strong buy. So yeah, Open is looking good. We've got a Fig Newton chart pattern here. We've got an inside day, but here's something else we have, and that is we've got that doggone cloud sitting over our head. And you see that flat area right there? So that's going to concern me. Let me move that so you can see it clearly. See that flat area right there, and just dropped a little lower. There's another one, but let's look at that line right there. I'm going to go back to this chart. So actually, that's what I'll be looking for. If we can show bullishness and get above the cloud, that's what I'm going to look at for an entry. Now, early birds, you can certainly get into it. Early birds can certainly get into it. But I think that's what I'm going to look for. So I guess what I would kind of want is, we move up, and then I need to have that entry. So I'm gonna count on a pullback, a rest, or something, or maybe I'll just buy it above that level. But I'll be watching for that. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at KTOS. Oh wait, yeah. Let's look at KTOS. KTOS. Interesting. Yeah. So who put that up there? KTOS. Sunny. So Sonny, that looks fantastic. I don't know if you're in it or not, because the comments I would make are very, very different if you are in it or not. And right now, to me, that is just a stock you stick on your watch list and wait. Just absolutely wait. You know, this is one of those stocks, it's like, "Damn it, I missed it." No, you didn't miss a trade. You missed this trade maybe, but not a trade. So let's wait for that pullback. But it's acting very, very nice here. And I mean, I think super. In fact, I need to write that down. KTOS. Yeah. I think it's a great looking chart. Look at that weekly. So we start to break out and rock and roll here, but let's wait on that. Okay. Um, Nancy's asking, and I'm pretty sure this is about open. Why do I think it can double? I just look at that chart. Let's take the weekly chart. There we go. Take the weekly chart here, and I mean, we've just got this fantastic bottom in here, and then we've got this absolutely beautiful, beautiful rally, this power move up, and the pullback has been quite organized, not anything radical. And now we're coming back in, and right here at 1275 is the 50% retracement just from this area that I'm looking at, the highs of about November 21, I guess. Um, and right here at 1560, this is the 61.8 retracement. So, you know, if we put our targets on this right here and duplicate that and go up to the 61.8, well, that's in double territory now. I mean, we're close on this one, and I think we can push higher. So I think open has a nice move there, nice potential move there. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. Uh, let's see here. Where are we? Where are we? I got all kinds of notes coming in. Wow. Um, so let's do this. Let's keep looking here. Oh, here's a chart. DKNG. We need to stand up for this thing. I think DKNG has a future here. You know, I live in Missouri, and Missouri just announced, I don't know, a month ago that, hey, you can now gamble on DKNG. And let me tell you something. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm in the middle of the Bible Belt here. Okay, so when Missouri says you can now gamble, it's like holy crap. Yeah, holy crap. Holy crap. We can gamble now, you know? So I think gambling is going to grow big time at this point. So let's keep an eye. I'm probably gonna go to hell now. But I think we've got a nice move off this bottom, and here we are moving up. We break out of that 50% retracement, target one, target two. This is actually one, two, three, and then let's see if we can move up to this. Let's move up to this 46 area. So let's keep an eye on DKNG. I think it's got some muscle here. I think it can do it. So let's take a look at HUT. Thanks for HUT. Beautiful. I don't know what that yellow line's for, but see, you know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, here it is. Power, rest, power. Right. Let's do it again. So now, if we start this over, we start right here. Power, rest, power. Right. Now we start it over. Power, rest, power. All these rest, these are what we call pullback opportunities, PBOs, pullback opportunities. Okay. Now, here we are here, power, rest, power, right? Now we do this again. I'll paint this yellow. Power, this is rest. Rest doesn't have to always be down. This is rest. So watch for the next power. So buyers, this is setting up for a pop out of the box. Absolutely buyable in that box, or wait for that pop out. And then what we're wanting is we're wanting the bulls to carry it higher. And this is where you make your money. So, you know, power, rest, power, money right in here. Okay. Anyway, I think HUT is top notch. I think it's ready to go higher. Beautiful chart. Let's see, Disney. Let's take a look at Disney. Hey, man, for the prices that they charge, they should be $1,000. I mean, good grief. Um, yeah, the Disney one of these days is going to be a premier club. The poor schmuck can't go there. I got to tell you. Anyway, yeah, we're setting up. Look at that. Big pop. We've got a bunch of inside days here. Next target up around 117. But yeah, Disney's looking really, really good. Look at that. See how we're just, let's try it. Let's do this. I mean, just don't do that. Do it this way. Go down. I mean, look at that. We're breaking out. Go Disney. So yeah, Disney's on fire. Okay. Um, yeah, court announcements. Yeah, that's out there, but yeah, that could change the chart. And if you're concerned about the court announcements, then be in cash. You know, um, that's the way I feel about that kind of stuff. If I trade strictly the charts, I'm glad not everybody does because I think it gives us an edge. For those that trade strictly the charts, I think you have a huge edge. So I'm thankful that not everybody does. I'm thankful that everybody gets nervous over court announcements. It will be very short-lived. It will be a knee-jerk reaction, whatever it is, and then we'll get back to normal. We always do. Fed announcements. There's always a knee-jerk, oh my God, reaction, and then we get back to normal. So let's just follow the charts. But if you are nervous about, the tariff announcement today, go to cash. Don't go there. Or, divide your account, have some shorts in there if you feel that's the way to do it, go there. But overall, I want to say thank you, William, for bringing that to our attention. You are right, and I had forgotten about it. So thank you very, very, very much. Okay. Let's see, Yorina, you just using the cloud. I posted a couple times settings. I'll do that in the trading room. I'm at the end of my time here for this live, but I will go over it in the trading room. Okay, remember to ask me in there. Okay. BTU, setting up a cup and handle. Mm, 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 yeah. Mm. I'm yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Maybe we can get a cup and handle out of it. I don't know. Cup maybe cup. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're looking right here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I see a cup and handle there. Pull back my chart. Oh, there you go. Now I see what you're looking at. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for telling me how to do it. Appreciate it. I wasn't doing it right. Check out that cup. I got you. Look at that handle there. Boom, boom. There we go. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate it. Yeah, BTU. We talked about BTU the other day. It was setting up. And actually look at BTU. BTU is actually a perfect trade setup for me. Price, T line, or 8 EMA trend indicator, right? That's our trend, right? Now we're looking for that buy signal. I think we could have a buy signal here. We've popped up really good. We're in an inside day. I think that's pretty nice. 3-8 trap. This is either a 3-8 trap or it just broke out of a 3-8 trap. But next target up would be around this 34, we'll call it 80, then 36, and then maybe 57.50 up here. And then I think what we'll need to do is reset our targets on that. Thank you for pointing that out, Glenn. Appreciate it very, very much. Let's see. I've got a couple questions over here on Discord. I don't usually look at Discord when I'm doing this, to be honest. So for those of you that posted in here, bear with me. Let's see. I'm unclear the cloud questions as I do not use it. Rick has been consistent in the way he uses it. I know there's many strategies around the cloud using it, indicators. Yeah, we can talk about that in the room, Bob. Thank you. I was curious as to what he was using. Yeah, let's talk about the cloud this morning in the room, okay? That's the thing to do there. That's in our Discord account. If anyone would like to join, it's a free room, absolutely free. So please join in. The only requirement is you have to post, and I'm going to fix that one of these days so everybody does. I have plans for that. So it's a group effort. So we need group involvement. All righty, it's that time. I'm going to check out here. Whoop, one more stock from Hot Stocks, SMCI. Let's take a look. I see nothing in it. Nothing. If you're short, maybe stay short. But as far as a long trade, I see nothing. There's nothing here to suggest that. Um, I have an alert set right there, and I think I have another alert right here. I'm going to have to adjust those alerts, and I'll adjust them down. I'll get rid of one. We just need one in there. But yeah, I don't see anything yet. What would make me see something is, and keep in mind, hot stocks, I'm not a bottom picker, you know. Um, the only thing I pick's my guitar. And I'm not a bottom picker. So, you know what? That would get me excited. Yeah, that would get me excited. If we moved over that candle right there, that would get me excited. That would make me stand up and say, "All right, maybe we need to look at some SMCI." So, uh, if you see that happen, send me a note, will you? Um, Appreciate that. I may be jumping into that. All righty, everybody, thank you very much. Remember our room, 8:30, or I'm sorry, yeah, well, 9:30, 8:30 my time. 9:30, everybody jump in the room there. Certainly appreciate it. Remember, we still have that 14-day trial for those that are interested in what goes on over there. And you get to see all the trades from the members that post them, and they are amazing. So we'll see you there. You guys take care. Members, see you at the bottom of the hour, okay?